Hi Leo, welcome back to your monthly tarot reading with me. I'm Ashley Rose and this is your monthly tarot reading for April 2022. This reading applies to all Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So anytime throughout this month, throughout this year, are you feeling called, drawn, pulled to this reading, it is here for you. Essentially they're timeless, but kind of correspond to this month. Okay. There is a lot of energy going on for you. I love this. Okay, so, and Heidi wants to say hi. Lots going on. I feel like you are, especially with this Aries season, like your energy is just turned on, right? You're in a space that feels compatible with you, and really this Aries season, this Aries new moon, the start of April is really helping us again get focused, get centered on what we really want to do and what we're passionate about. Before I get into that, we are pulling 7 cards for the overview of our month, an oracle card, 3 cards for our love life, and 3 cards to clarify, and then we will end it with an affirmation. So, yes, oh yeah. Opportunities are coming in, baby. Okay, before I get into there, back to what I was saying. We start the month off with a new moon in new moon in Aries, and that is really again getting us fired up, getting us motivated, getting us focused on what we really want to do and how we can best use our energy to serve us beneficially, right, moving forward. Because I feel like the last week and a half I've been saying this of March felt really funky, but when I kind of look at it big picture, it makes sense because it is that unveiling of what we're supposed to do in this push forward to make the action, make the moves that need to be necessary. It really was like, because I feel like in a lot of the conversations I've been having recently in this last couple days has been, people been like, what was I doing? What was I thinking? Why am I not, doing this or doing that? Or how have I not been taking charge? I've just been hanging out or chilling or in this like recuperating phase, right? We've been in this transition, really, I believe that's what it is, and getting us tuned up for this point. So we are moving forward, and this is helping us reconnect with that. A new moon is the start of a new lunar cycle, and it's a moment to really reconnect to what we want, what we do, and set new intentions, new manifestations for what we'd like the next lunar cycle to look like. And again, referencing that with this new with it being in Aries, that is talking about our focus, our drive, our passion, and what are we really focused about, and how can we, recharge to get ourselves ready to move forward. And then we have a full moon in Libra that happens around, I want to say that the 16th. I don't know why that number's in my mind, but that might be a little bit later. But it's here to kind of illuminate the areas that we need to find balance. And as we're moving forward, how can we still make balance an important thing, as that's what we've been learning. And again, balance being a big theme this year. I feel like it's been popping up in literally weekly for all of the tarot readings, for the daily tarot readings. And every time, these last 3 months since I've been making these monthly tarot readings, sorry, I'm getting tied up with my words. They have been, kind of centered around balance, centering around our intuition, and balance is important because we are really going to be receiving the intuitive hits through having balance in our life and through being able to be grounded as we are making these changes, making these moves, and again, moving forward. Yes. And what else? The full moon is here to kind of, again, but to shine light on the beauty that we're building in our life and be this first little grounding step before we get into Taurus season, because we are going to feel like a lot is changing, a lot is moving within these first couple weeks of the month, because again, we are in Aries season and things are just flying everywhere. Not just for you, honestly, for everybody, but which I feel like is this Aries energy of like, we are excited to play, we're excited to learn, we're excited to try new things, go on new adventures. So, I mean, it makes sense, but also again, going back to the full moon is this moment where we start kind of calming down and understanding how it's all going to work together, so that when we go to when we get into Taurus season, we're ready to make this new environment that we've created for ourselves something that we can feel comfortable in, something that we can really start, manifesting the materialization of, right? Like, it's gone from being just a thought that's in our minds to something that we're working towards the end of the month, it being something here. And now we can start taking up that space and become comfortable in that space, because we're now stepping out into ourselves, which I feel like the Leos usually do, though. I'm not really, but stepping out into ourselves in a more authentic way, because we don't have time to no longer not be us, right? I feel like I've been saying this to everybody in all my readings, but this is the reason why I put the shirt on, is it says, don't waste time not being you. And that is what I feel like April really is really pushing us forward. But like I said, Leos are really good, they are themselves no matter what. They are the sun, they are strength, they are the confidence and the courage to go out and do these things, but it's doing them in a more, what's the word I'm looking for? We're not feeling bad about that. We're just going after it, right? Like, everybody's kind of fueled up in the same way, and we're kind of honoring each other as we go through that. So there could also be some stubbornness to some of these changes that are being made, because again, there's Taurus season at the end, but ultimately be open to what's going on and find the beauty in the things that are around you. Because that's really going to, again, serve us really well this month, because we're in a space where we're not playing games anymore. We're not trying to deceive, we're not trying to get out, we're not trying to trick or to stop people from thinking in certain ways, or even ourselves, stop us from, thinking forward. We're really trying to help ourselves move forward instead. Okay, ooh, there she is. Ooh, hello. We love it when we show up in our reading. Okay, 1 second. I think I fixed it. Alrighty, so we start the month off. Actually, I want to pull both of these up at the same time. So we start the month off. So we start. Oh wait, actually. Alrighty, so we start the month off with the 7 of Cups in reverse and the World, which I love, because we're not distracted by all the things that we could do. We know exactly what we want to do, and that we've come to this understanding by finishing a cycle. And that's what the world is here to kind of signify, and also congratulate you moving forward, because this is achievement. This is hard work. This is, something we've been working at for a long time, and now we finally know where we want to place our energy and what we want to do with it. We were, these past couple months in Aquarius season and Pisces season, our ideas and our minds were illuminated in such a wider, broader way, where we really were going through the scenarios of all the things that we could do moving forward. And that's what was keeping us in this waiting space, this transition of kind of not making the moves we wanted to, or we were thinking about, because we still had a couple more things to kind of close up and get deeper understanding of. And like I said, that end of March, I really feel like pushed a lot of us to make that decision and to see what was in front of us and to see what we could do. And again, 7 being the number for mind and creativity and soothing our minds and allowing ourselves to be creative about something that really we are passionate about and we love. And with this being in reverse, like this upright is like having so many decisions and not knowing which one to make, like almost escaping, right? And that being in reverse, we're not escaping. We know what we want. We're pointing ourselves towards that source and we're allowing that to happen. And in the same instance as like, you know, a cycle is ending, but another one begins. That's kind of like, I feel like this world is also, not kind of, but it is what this world is representing too. It's you being out here, authentic, naked, honestly you, right? Like not naked in a sense of like no clothes, but naked from like beliefs, expectations, thoughts, masks, versions of ourselves we used to be. This is us being us, the most authentic version that we can be up to this point in our experience, right? And we have this little cloth that flows around us, meaning, you know, this infinite flow of energy, and we have these 2 batons in our hands, and we really are, you know, turned on and tapped into this creating the life that we see for ourselves and creating anything. And we really are just like being these masters, these magicians in our lives, in what we're working towards and what is kind of unraveling right now. And it was 11:11 when I said that. And again, we have all the signs represented here. So there is this balance, there is this unification, this restoring of peace around us because we're activating all of these sides of ourselves, right? We are really working in unison and again, balance with what we're doing. See how that is just like a big theme. That word just keeps getting thrown around. And in that space, we go into the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is ready for battle. He's ready to, you know, take action, to do what he needs to do to make these things come. He's in armor, so you're protected. And this horse is black, which also is the color for protection as well. So, and we're waiting. We're waiting for that call. We're waiting to take this experience, this understanding, this dream that we want to do, that we want to go after and do something with it, right? We're holding that power in our hand. That's him holding his pentacle. He's like, all right, this is what I want to do. And I'm waiting for the right opportunity to do that, which I feel like is an interesting energy for Leos, as you're a fire sign and you're going to go after it anyways. You know that you're talented, you know your strengths, you know what you want to do. And so you go after it, which I feel like this is a very, though this is the knight and he's not necessarily, or he's not exactly the king or the queen yet, I feel like this is a very mature approach, or a very intentional approach for Leos, is that we're not rushing into things without knowing all sides of it. We are listening and truly waiting for the right moment so that we can best activate our strengths inside of us. Because the knights are known for extremes, and the Knight of Pentacles is the only one that's not moving, and he is staying put. He is waiting. But you see all this yellow around him. He's waiting because he knows if he acts without thinking, without being intentional, that, you know, his authenticity, his true nature may be jaded from that, and he's allowing his source to lead the way. Again, his connection to his intuition and who he is, that light. And also this is reminding me of like, it's reminding me of the strength of the card, of like, you know, instead of being this like being that's calming down the lion, you are like on top of it and you're going full force together. But even not like full force, you're waiting together. You're using your mind and your spirituality in a way that's really being beneficial to you, instead of a detriment to where you have to take a moment and calm everything down, right? Because in the middle of our reading, we have the 8 of Wands. I love this. There's opportunity coming in, and this is the call to take action. What the Knight of Pentacles is waiting for. This is at the middle of our reading. So what our month is really going to be about is all these opportunities coming in. We have time, or not we have time, it's our time to make the decisions necessary. And so we're going to have all of these kind of coming in, and it's going to take us, you know, really tuning into who we are, what we want, and what really is our passion, to figure out which one to take, right? And that's why you have the Knight of Pentacles here, being very decisive about what he wants and waiting for the right opportunity. And so we have some coming in today, and when they come in, they show us our strength, they show us our courage, and you know, we really find confidence in these things because a lot of them are aligned with what we want to do. And it really is just, okay, this one. And again, we have this little river flowing, That being our intuition is showing the way, is bringing us the clarity that we are seeking. And so we can really find clarity in these things that are popping up. It might be one or two of them that we go after, or there's 8 of them, 8 opportunities in front of us, and they all lead to good roads, but it doesn't really matter which one we choose. They're all gonna get us there. It's just different kind of experiences. And after that, I shouldn't say after that, but with that, it's like these opportunities that come in give us that moment. Heidi wants to say hi again, to really look at the work that we've been putting in, the experience that we have, and be grateful and appreciative of it, right? And this is the 7 of Pentacles, and he's got his wand in his hand, like this decision that he made, he took it and he's like, yeah, I made the right one. We're going to really feel fulfilled in the decisions that you make this month, because you trusted in what you trusted in the dreams that you had for yourself. You listened, you waited for the call to take action. And when you took action, it was the right one. You allowed your creativity to have space. You allowed your intuition to take space. And you really, again, are in this place where you can be so grateful for who you are, because you're connected to yourself in such a deeper, authentic way, right? We're not, listening to social media, or listening to society, or listening to the news, or listening to our parents, whoever, to tell us how to make these decisions. Listening to ourselves, right? And again, that's where we find our courage, that's where we find our confidence. And even here, we're a step closer to achieving these things, because he's got one more pentacle to put up on that bush. And he's so close, and he's just taking a moment to remember where he's come from and everything that he's done and how he's gotten here, right? With his wand in his hand. And I love that. Because that moment that you give yourself time to rest, you give yourself time to be appreciative and grateful, is so important to us, as not even just like you specifically on this journey, but us as humans, and how, growing and evolving. I feel like this moment that you have this month will help you see how to make space for that in the future. Because when we give time to appreciate what we've done, what we've created, and what we've allowed ourselves to express, and we reflect on that, that's kind of when more ideas come in. Or not even kind of, because we have this Ace of Pentacles here, but we're even just blessed more with the ideas and the inspiration needed to keep this thing moving forward. And there's opportunity there, definitely. I mean, there's definitely opportunity within this week, especially within this month, especially with this 8 of Wands, but opportunity to take these ideas that you receive about your future and to do something with it. And then even after that, we have the Knight of Cups. So it's like taking this idea and sharing it with this knight in shining armor, and he's like, follow me this way. And he is, the other knight that is not, is known for his extreme behavior of not knowing when to take action, except this Knight of Cups listens to his intuition and slowly and surely makes the move forward that's going to guide him best to his goals, right? To his dreams, to what he wants to fulfill, right? And we're communicating that's being signaled to us by this sword, and then also this these wings on his helmet of his communication between himself, between his desires and his ideas, are what is allowing this to move forward. Not our emotions, not our excitement, and not our want to see something happen. We're listening intentionally, and that's what's bringing all this in. And I just feel like this is a moment where we are really kind of leveling up this month, Leos, because this feels like, not typical Leo, energy interactions, right? Like you're going after things. You're like, I am talented. This is me. Listen to me roar, right? And this month you're thinking about things. You're being more intentional. You're being more methodical. You're listening. You're seeing the opportunities. You're waiting for the right time. And it really is going to put us in the right move. It's important, or not the right move, in the right direction. It's important to be able to have these times where there's action and then there's calm, or we allow these things to happen instead of manipulate the direction in which we're going. Because here at the bottom of the deck we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Oh my God, 7 of Swords, and we also have the Queen of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. Success, baby. And even out of that with King of Wands, so we're there. Hello, you're present. But this 7 of Swords being in reverse, we're not playing games anymore. We're not getting caught up in the little bit of drama here or there. We're not trying to steal things or, get the wool over someone's eyes. We really are just trying to make our dreams happen and go after them and really live a life that is aligned with who we are. It sounds like very cliche, but it is. And even look at that. Look at all that yellow, this happiness. And I feel like, again, just reminds me of the Strength card to just like remind me of you, of Leos. And so our oracle card is Inner Temple Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Yes. That's literally exactly what you're doing. It's like you're being like a water sign this month, or I feel like you're being like a Pisces, and you're really listening, you're really tuning in, you're really connecting to your heart to find, to see this path forward and to wait for the right moment, right? And it's not like we're waiting for it, we're allowing things to pass us by, but we are really, again, being intentional about what we're doing, and we're not just going off willy-nilly. And I love this, like there's a doorway, there's roses, again, signaling a rebirth. You have these women and they're just like praying. And it also reminds me of like the world. And I'll read this to you because I really I like reading these. I think it kind of gives it a little bit deeper understanding in like their thoughts, their words. You know, what they intended it to be. Okay, so you are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion into your life. You are being called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with rhythm, to develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to all of the questions that you are seeking are waiting for you in the portal of your heart. And even here, yes, those knights, that's literally, they're waiting for you to talk to your heart. But you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you, and so the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn, and you are being called to go deeper into your soul growth or to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. You are already a committed student, that you are being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud of you they are, and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you are questioning your career path or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus toward devotion and this prayer. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. Yes! Oh my God, that makes sense. That's why you're feeling like Pisces energy right now, because you are being called to, again, listen and create a practice that allows you to connect with yourself every day. And I love that, because you really are being, moved into a space that is so much more aligned with you authentically. And even that, like, use the prayer, please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Yeah, that's what's happening this month. So I love that. Let's get into your love reading. I'm gonna off the bat say I don't really think it's a big one necessarily for your love life, as you, the important thing this month is going to be listening to the, the messages that you're receiving and connecting into your heart space to really make this next phase, this next chapter run smoothly. With the first card, we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. We have death. Unrequited love, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. We have the 8 of Cups, and then chemistry, there's a strong magnetic connection here, and then we have strength. So I feel like this is just moving away from spaces and people and relationships that no longer serve us, and this can even be platonic too, because this like chemistry, there's a strong connection here. I feel this is a connection with yourself and the strength to move towards the places that you're being called to and walk away from what no longer is serving you. We got the 8 of Cups there, that's walking away. We have death, that's leaving us behind. And it really is, like I said, not necessarily a month for love, but a month to love on yourself. Because even here at the bottom, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, and the Queen of Wands. And underneath that, or the King of Wands, everything is fine. Everything is fine. You're just focusing yourself on where you want to go, and the universe is turning everything around for you, and karma is helping you, is backing up where you're going, with your life, where you're going with your career, those big things. And that's kind of the more important thing this month, honestly. So we're gonna get into our affirmation. If you would like to know more about me, what I have going on, or you'd like to book a tarot reading, you can go to ashleyrose.com. You can follow me on Instagram as well. That's Ashley Rose Tarot. The links are in the description box for those. What is going on over here? Sorry. Like, share, comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, because I love having you guys here, and these are honestly just so fun to do. And our community is growing. We're small but mighty, let me tell you. Oh, there we are. We have: when I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. Yeah, I love that. That's the word that's been eluding me. Patience. You have the patience this month to allow the universe to do what it needs to do, what you cannot do for yourself. Bring you the ideas, the opportunity, the strength to really tune into who you are and listen to what's going on around you. So I love that, because there is so much good stuff for you to get into this month, Leo. And I just can't wait to see how it all unfolds. So I love you guys. I hope you have a great April, and I will catch you later in the daily tarot readings.